Welcome back to the DJ and Wedding Planner Podcast. I'm your DJ, Tony the Hitman.
And I am Carmen Davila Hernandez from Events by Carmen, your wedding planner.
Woohoo! Welcome back. Hope you guys are, enjoying our podcast. And on today's episode, what are we going to talk about, Carmen?
We're going to talk about the most important vendor.
That's me.
Yeah, me and everybody else. Listen, if I had a freaking dollar every time I get on a call and one of you is like, I'm the most important vendor. I'm the most important vendor.
So who is it? Is it the DJ? Is it the photographer? Is it the florist? Is it the planner? Is it the cake? Who's the most important vendor in your opinion?
Okay, this subject, right? So this topic comes up because recently I had, and this is something that happens all the time, right? Obviously, because I'm the one that has to talk to every single vendor, whatever. I'm connecting with everybody. And I get it. Sometimes people are expressing their feelings, et cetera, which is perfectly fine. I have nothing against that. I had a photographer recently tell me, well, they're not going to, if they don't get a good photographer, they're not going to have any good memories and they're not going to have any good this and they're not going to, and I'm like, no, you're right. It just jumped at me because usually the photographers aren't the ones with big egos. I'm gonna be very honest, right? Okay. Usually it's my DJs. It's the band for sure. It's usually my entertainers. That's where like the little bit of the bigger ego comes, and even the planners. I know that I'm guilty of sometimes thinking I'm running shit. I get it. So I was a little taken back by that comment, and funny enough, I have a conversation with a DJ company, and the DJ company tells me recently, they're not even going to look at their photos. What people remember is going to be the fun they had at their wedding.
It wasn't me, by the way.
No, it was not. And I was like, they're not even going to look at their photos. If that photographer who was like, the most important thing is the photographer who captures the memories, she would have been livid as shit. So I just thought it was hilarious because, I think we all throw the ball and, here's my ego. I'm this, I'm that. I think we all take turns in the arena of I'm the most important vendor. And I get it, right? I'm sure you've experienced that with different people, different vendors, different venues that they think they're, more important than others.
Yeah, I've had people try to tell me how to do my job that's not a wedding planner. Photographer, videographer. No, because you got to do this and you got to put your microphone here and we got to do this. And, it's like, let me handle audio and you handle pictures. But at the end of the day, as for me, I think, the more years of experience and the more years I work in the industry, I think at the end of the day, it's a team effort. I can't do it without the banquet captain. I can't do it without the photographer. We can't do it without the wedding planner. We can't do it without the couple. We can't do it without the florist. I think everybody plays an equal part. At the end of the day, we're all there to make sure that the couple has a great time. Whether it's by pictures, hora loca, photo booth, we're all there to make sure that they have a great experience. Yeah. And I think it's a balance. It's a balance act. It can't happen without one or the other.
No, because people are going to talk shit no matter what. Because the truth of the matter is, we can have Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen cooking, and people are still going to talk shit about the food. True. Let's just be honest. I don't want to hurt anybody's ego, but what I might find amazing at a wedding, the person next to me might be like, "This is gross," or "The food was cold," or "The carrots weren't cooked." Or, you know what I mean? So I think sometimes we get these egos are flying around, and I say the same thing humbly with DJs. Sometimes, I have DJs that are like, I'm the best DJ. I'm the best DJ company. I have the best lighting. Oh my God, I'm so cool. And I'm like, I hate the freaking gobos on the wall. The photographer is upset because they're like, can they turn off that stuff? The pattern looks bad. It's going to look terrible in the pictures. So I think, you know what I mean? So sometimes you guys are like, no, I'm the bomb and this has to happen. And it's just the truth, So I think it's creating the synergy, like you were saying, that we all have to work together. But I think the reality is that it all comes back to, like, why are we all so crazy about we're number one, we're the best, we're the most important vendor, we're this, we're that. And I think lately, like, we've just forgotten that this isn't about us as the vendors. This is about our clients. And I really have to say that I think a big part of this is because of social media.
True. Yeah, I mean, they see all these things and they want it to be, you know, a certain thing or perfect or, you know, social media is creating things that sometimes are almost impossible.
Well, yeah, I mean, now you have people designing things in AI, and you have these florists that are going crazy because they're, production companies and decor trying to showcase things that are like not realistic. You know, sometimes you guys show people pictures, and I'm like, where is that even hanging from? Is God like creating that? Like, really? Like, it doesn't even make sense.
And it can definitely be done, but A, the budget has to be there, and B, you can't do that in 4 hours. Where they had an event in that ballroom, and now you have 4 hours to bring in the event to life.
Yeah, but some things are unrealistic. There's things in AI that just are not realistic. Yes, you know, there's things that sometimes people show me, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? You're not gonna eat in the middle of the ocean. Like, what are you saying? So I get it. Yes, you know, if you have time in the perfect world, but there's also things that are a little
I mean, yesterday the wedding I did was beautiful, but realistically they wanted a beach wedding, and they couldn't have a beach wedding because the winds were gusting at 30 miles an hour. You know, you're gonna have salt water in your face, sand in your face, and florals were gonna be flying everywhere. So realistically, the wedding got moved inside. I mean, that's just, and at that point, you know, you make the best out of it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Was it really, really windy?
Oh yeah, on the beach?
Yesterday?
Oh yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Thankfully, my couple yesterday had decided from the beginning that we were going to do everything indoors.
Okay.
So we were just seeing the rain and the wind, and I'm like, I wish all my couples were like, no, we're just going to do it inside.
Oh, and lucky them, then they didn't have to hear Bad Bunny playing in the background. That's my pet peeve with that location.
We love Bad Bunny, by the way.
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
I have
there's a
no
certain
issue.
location that, unfortunately, when you have your ceremony outside,
No,
you're
say
listening.
it.
You're
Why
listening to
not?
everybody else's
No. Let me explain, because so at the Rusty Pelican, love the venue, love the look of the terrace, right? But on a Saturday afternoon at 5 to 6 o'clock, there's a ton of boats on the island or driving by playing loud music. It could be hip hop, it could be Bad Bunny, it could be Cubatón, it could be anything. I just use Bad Bunny to be funny. But yeah, that's the only issue there is that, you know, and even, I mean, we're coming off summer, right? Even in the wintertime, there's boats there.
Yeah,
obviously
it's Miami. We have amazing weather all the time.
Right. So, I mean, I bet I bet you money there was boats out there yesterday, even when though it
Actually,
was
there was. It was so funny that you said that, because as I was there, you know, we were setting up for ceremony. I'm seeing everybody literally like swinging, right? Like they're like, obviously the waves were on another level yesterday. And I'm like, if I was on that boat, I'd be throwing up.
Yeah.
But people were like,
oh yeah, they chartered a boat. They came in from New York.
There was a whole bunch of people like from here.
But so going back to who's important, Carmen, which vendor is more important?
I mean, honestly, everybody's important. But like I said, going back to the egos of like, no, because if you walked in the ballroom and the decor wasn't good, like, you know, what would be the point, you know? Or if my flowers, if my things, if my rentals, if my that, I'm the most important vendor.
If
I'm
the
most
DJ's not
important.
in front of the
this
dance
and
floor.
that. No, yeah, I'm up to here with that. Like, listen, everybody is important. All of you are important, 110%. And I say this humbly because then people are like, oh no, because you're the planner, so you think planner's the most. No. It's humbly, I say that without my team, I wouldn't, you know, be anything. I come into the picture and I always say that I'm like an architect, right? I'm putting things together, we're engineering your event, and I'm picking and choosing the best people, you know, mapping out your event, and this vendor is better and that is better. So I always say it's, obviously it's the synergy, putting the right team together for the couples. So I don't want to say one person is better than the other. I just think we have to address the fact that like everybody's running around town with these egos, and it's really annoying. And it's just like, why? And once again, it's because social media. Guys, we are not famous celebrities.
I was just gonna say,
As much
everybody
as,
wants to
like,
be influencers and superstars.
Yeah. Like as much as we're like, oh my God, because I have so many followers and I have this and that. Guys, we are not curing cancer here, okay? Like this is the truth. Like we're humbly, I say this, and if some of you get upset, like it is, I'm sorry. But it's just like we are celebrating love and events, and we're a part of the most important day for some people. But it's not our event.
The couple should be number one.
Yes, our name is on there, but it's your couple's event. Mm-hmm. Okay, so sometimes I see some of you and I'm just like, you guys are sitting here, like even showcasing the ballroom before the couples walk in. Like, I'm like, shit, if I was a bride and you guys were all up here, like showing off the venue before I walked into my ballroom, showing off the ballroom before I walked in, I would be pissed.
They don't have their phone that day, hopefully.
You'll be surprised that some of my couples have their phone, but it's just like, I don't know, maybe I need to stop drinking wine, but I feel like, I just feel like, I don't know. It's this thing with the egos lately. And you know what? I think, I'm guilty of it. I get excited. I'm like, look at my event. It's so great. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, my event came out great. I put together amazing vendors, but also because my client paid for it.
True.
Because it was my client's event. I don't know. I've had this thing lately where I'm just like, if one more person tells me that they're the most important vendor, I'm going to fucking scream.
Let's make a list.
I have a list.
You do?
We'll
call them out next time.
so have a list.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I'm just not. I will say this.
So tell me, hold on. I'm not going to, you don't need to name the vendor. Which has been the one that, says that, like, I don't know, like they're the most important, or like really emphasize, like, whether they had to do this or that because they were, so-and-so, like, obviously without saying, was it a band? Was it a photographer?
It's always the DJs. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
No, okay, let me not say always because clearly we're having this conversation. It's not always. I think, okay, I'm going to say this. I'm just going to say this. I think in our industry, DJs are some of the ones with the bigger egos, right? And I get it. You guys are artists. I'm not going to take that away from you. So are my florists, right? So I think those that are artistic are the ones that their egos are a little bigger. So I'm going to throw in my florist. I'm going to throw in my DJs. I feel like you guys are the ones that have a little bit bigger egos. And I'm not taking away at all, because some of my favorite people in this industry who I do feel make the most impact are definitely you guys, the DJs, my floral designers, for sure. Because there's also a difference between a florist and a floral designer. And we will be talking about that. Not today.
Ooh.
But I think that it's just, I don't know. I think so. But also lately, I've gotten some photographers who are like on another level, and they're like, oh, like this is my new pricing, and, because we're really documenting the day and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, I mean, that's fine. Like, charge what you guys want. Like, I have nothing against that. I just don't know where we're losing I don't know. Like, I guess like we're not back in our basics, right? Like we're forgetting what we're here for. I don't know. That's just my take on it, right? I do feel like DJs, as much as I love you guys, I just feel like that, going back to that answer, it's you guys are a lot more on the, well, like if you guys put me in the corner and not in front of the dance floor, I'm not going to be the same. The energy's going to be off. And, and then I'm sitting here arguing because, decor is like, oh my God, the DJ and his black speakers. So it just becomes this thing where us as the planners, we have to try to appease you guys, everybody. And And, it puts us in a situation where like everybody thinks that they're the most important.
Well, I mean, I will say that, I mean, going back to social media influence, I mean, it's, as a DJ, I mean, and somebody that's been in the business for 25 years, it's, it's hard to keep up because the persona that social media is making for DJs, it's like bigger than life. And sometimes, I mean, I'm humbly, I'm me, like, yeah, I've been on the radio. Yeah, I've been, I'm known around town, but I don't walk in a room and think that, I'm gonna like, rise priceless.
Okay.
But you're
a team player. I'll give you, I'll give you that much. I'm not saying you're not. But you know what? It's fine. There's no other DJ here to defend themselves. So, and you're right. I'm not saying you're not humble, but you're one of those that if I'm putting you in a corner,
oh, absolutely,
you're the first one to be
absolutely.
like, I don't think I should be in the corner because the DJ, que the energy, que si esto, que si el otro. You're very vocal about that.
Oh, no. That 100%. If you put me on the corner or you want to put me in the third floor and the dance floor is in the first floor, I'm the first one. I mean, will I do the job? I've done the job. I've had to. But I know as somebody that's been doing this for a long time, the energy is not the same.
So you really believe that the closer you are to the dance floor, the energy is that?
Absolutely.
Like you're capturing my energy when you're like playing something that I like, or when I'm walking away and I'm like, that song sucked. You're feeling that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're seeing me leave. So
right.
I'm in front
so
of
I
you.
know what the dance. Yeah, absolutely. When people are hyping and they're there and they're dancing, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The energy is totally different, And this, I mean, I know a lot of DJs that are vocal online, on YouTube, DJ groups. That's I could say that's a one pet peeve of DJs is when they're way far away from the dance floor. If we got to do it, obviously we do it. I mean, I've done it.
No, and I'm asking. I'm not trying to be like, I'm not even trying to be like,
I'm going to use this example and you're going to laugh at me. When you go to a concert, where do you want to be seated?
Where the artist is.
Right, you.
As close as possible.
As close as possible. Why is that?
Because I'm paying a lot of freaking money to be in the front row, and I want to see the artist.
You want to feel the artist. You want to see the artist, right? As a DJ, I feel the same way. I want to be with the crowd. I want to vibe off them. I want to feel that energy. 50 feet away, will I do it? Yeah. I see them back there like throwing their hands up, but I'm not, 5 tables behind. I mean, I've DJ'd where I've been, oh God, royal table in front of me, 4 rounds, and then the dance floor. And, I've done the job.
It doesn't work for the design.
But I've done the job and it's fine. But, floor arrangements in front of me and all that, I'll do the job. But to me, it's not the right scenario. But, you do it.
I mean, there's times where we're like, oh my God, where are we putting the sweetheart table? Because the DJ wants to be in the center and, not the bride and groom and blah, 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 blah. So we have to get creative with the floor plans. And then sometimes you guys are upset because we have you in the corner and we have you here instead of there. And I think I get it. I get the energy thing, but I also am like going back to the basics. It's like, I wouldn't want a picture where my sweetheart table is here and the DJ's right next to me.
No, and I agree. I mean, usually to me, the best scenario is when the bride and groom are across the dance floor, sweetheart table, cake. And then on the other opposite side, like last night, the DJ's there.
But not all venues can
But not all venues
because
are
like I work
accommodating.
a lot at the Colonnade and you can't accommodate. That's hard to
No,
accommodate.
it's hard. It's hard. I mean, we'll all be off. But also, the other thing you got to keep in mind too is when you do put the DJ in the corner, where you're going to put the speakers. Because if it's DJs with the speakers on the other side, that means then the sound is blaring on top of tables and the dance floor is completely opposite. I mean, those things I know sometimes certain people, designers and certain people really don't care. But as a DJ and sound person, that's important too, where the placements of the speakers are going to be. Because when the dancing starts, you want to make sure that the dance floor has adequate sound for the energy. I mean, I believe I mean, and I'm one of those guys that I play loud as shit.
Because you're deaf.
No, but besides that, I believe volume creates energy as well. Absolutely.
Sometimes the music is a little loud.
Oh, a little loud.
Just a little bit. And I'm just like, you know what? I need to get earplugs.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I'm like, God, guys, this is so loud. No, like for real. Like I wonder how many of you DJs are deaf.
A lot of us.
I'm gonna do like a DJ networker, and then I'm gonna do a hearing
White
test.
noise?
I'm gonna do a hearing test on all the DJs. I'm gonna invite all the DJs to a
No,
happy
I don't need a
hour
hearing
networking.
test. I already know I'm deaf. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys like to blare it. I'm like, damn.
Well, it's not only that the room is loud, is our monitor, our DJ monitor is super loud. That's really, between the headphones and the DJ monitor, that's what makes us deaf.
You can't put the volume down on the monitor?
Why? Then I can't feel in the music.
That's insane. I'm sorry. That's crazy. Yeah, so back to the egos of the industry. You know what?
Do you think I have an ego?
I think a little bit.
Yeah?
I think so. I mean, and don't get like, I think a lot of people have egos in our industry. I think there's a time for your ego, and I think there's a time for your ego not to be out. Okay. I think it's great for you guys to have your egos, you DJs, like when you're DJing, and I'm like, I want you guys to kill it. Like, if you're working with me, I am a retired party girl, okay? Sorority girl, University of Miami. I used to go to the clubs all the time. Like, I'm a party I'm not even retired, because the first networking event, I'm the first one there.
Oh, yeah.
But so I'm all about that. Like, I'm all about the DJs. Trust me. You know me. I clearly love a DJ. So it's important for me for you guys to absolutely kill it. And I try my best. You know, I'm the one that's like, hey, do you guys need something to drink? Are you good? I'm always very, I'm always very careful with the DJs, making sure they're good. However, I'm like, however, you know what I mean? But
I'm listening. Go ahead. What's a however?
I do want you guys to kill it, is the point. I do. I want you guys to kill it, to have the party going well, for everybody to be super happy and enjoy the time. Because at the end of the day, we're there to celebrate.
Absolutely.
And what's a part of celebrating? You know, like
Dancing.
being on the dance floor, you know, dancing with the couple, you know, freaking jumping up and down. You know what I mean? Like,
so I'm going to break it down for my DJs. Here we go. All right. So 30 minutes ceremony, right?
Yeah.
I'm not boosting, but 30 minute ceremony, 1 hour cocktail. Most of the time the bride and groom are not even in cocktail.
Yeah.
Right? Then they walk in, they do their dances. Then they got an hour dinner, right?
Yeah, approximately.
So who do they spend the most time with? The DJ. They're usually dancing for 2.5 to 3 hours.
Wedding, they're with you guys
dancing.
for 2-3 hours.
The DJ is jamming for
they're-
the
okay.
most time as part of the event.
This is what I'm talking about. this exactly. They're with the photographers 8 hours.
Okay, well, photographer,
Hold on. No, espérate, que yo aquí no he terminado. Espérate. Okay, wait. All right? They're with the photo and video team, the content creator. Oh, yeah, we can continue for longer than with the DJ. Okay? But they're with us, the planners, for a long time. So, you know.
No, but I'm talking like the day of.
The day of también.
The day of. Well, yeah, the photographer spends the most time with them. Realistically, yeah. But you go in and out. But the photographer is really
Yeah,
the
because
one.
I go in and out to make sure the freaking day is going good and everything is flowing like it's supposed
The tables
to.
have the right amount of chairs. The people are seating where they have to be. That the linens are the right color. I mean, I know you do a lot of work.
You know what I do love, though? I love when my couples ask me who I want to work with.
Okay.
I love that. So, like, recently, I've had a few couples that are like, but who would you prefer to work with? I was like, don't play those games with me. Like, don't play those games with me. I love that. So that I have to say I respect a lot, because it allows me to build the dream team, which I think at the end of the day is the goal, right? Is a dream team. It's to build the dream team. And the dream team is not always the same. Okay? So you know it. I don't always work with you. I don't always work with. The dream team is different for every couple, right?
Well, yeah, everybody has a different vision.
Yeah, 110%.
Maybe they want to fly in a DJ from New York or Cali or a DJ
From
they
LA,
heard or they want a band and
Yeah, that's
they
true.
don't want a DJ. I mean,
No, I mean,
it
it
all
happens.
depends.
It happens with my photo team. Like, we just did a wedding and we flew in the photographer. Like, we've had photographers that have come in from Europe for, weddings over here. And I think it's just, what works best for the couple, what their dream team is. And then at the end of the day, like I said, my job is to make sure that you guys are all happy and that we didn't put the DJ in the corner and that he's by the dance floor. And then the photographer's happy because they have enough time to go in and do the detail shots. And I'm not sitting here pressuring them with my annoying self, like, we have to open the dance floor. Are you sure you're ready? How much longer do you have? Do you need to take another portrait of the bride and groom by the cake? Can we hurry it up? I know you guys don't want to hear that, but at the end of the day, we just all have to work together, right? Same thing with decor, that I'm giving you guys the space to work, the budget to work with what you want. So I think at the end of the day, obviously, this comes down to the dream team, right, for the couples. And like I said, I think recently I connected with Stephanie Lynn, who owns SL. She owns her photography company out in Palm Beach, if I'm not mistaken. She's up north. And she's amazing. And we connected. And it's just funny because she had brought up from SLP Studios, Stephanie from SLP Studios. And she had brought up that she had seen this eagle recently at an event that we had attended an event. And she was just like, why are we like on this ego trip lately? Like we're sitting here taking photos, picking out linens, picking out napkins, not curing cancer. But like what has happened in the last few years where like our ego has gotten so big? Because like, do you feel like it used to be like that? Or is that something like...
Well, it goes back to what I just told you. Social
like,
media.
right? Like it wasn't
Social
like
media.
that before.
It's everybody is like in an elevator. So I believe social media has created the
monsters?
Yeah, like everybody wants to be an influencer. To me, that's what it is. Everybody has a content creator following them around. Everybody wants to have the most followers. Everybody wants to be popular. Everybody wants to, get booked. Everybody wants to work these big events. I think that's what's happened in our industry. And humble down.
Humble down, guys. I think we can just say that it's true. Humble it down, because listen, we have seen people who are number one and then all of a sudden they're not, right? Because you're like, oh yeah, or they're boosting and they're always talking about like, because me. And this is just across the board. Like there's no reason to put names out there, but I feel like that's a big part of like, obviously.
Find this at the bar at a networker and we'll tell you who they are.
This fucker. I don't even give them that much attention. But I'm just saying, like in general, I think it's just this thing where, and it's probably not gonna stop, because I think with social media, like you said, it's worse and worse. But I think it's like, that's it. Like, stay humble, guys. Like, one day you can be on top, like being number one and winning awards and doing these things. And then, there's always gonna be someone hungrier.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna come and want to take your spot. And there's, like I said, there's enough work for everybody, but I feel like just stay humble. I'm seeing it more and more in this market, where in the Miami market, people from up north, florists, DJs, photographers, everybody wants to be in the Miami market. And the influx of new vendors, new young bloods coming in to take our business is crazy. They are ready.
And they're coming in, and I'll say it, they're coming in with the egos, though.
They're coming in with the egos and a lot less experience. Bigger egos, less experience. And, and listen, some of them do beautiful work.
Yeah.
But I think that, once again, we go back to the ego. And, clients can see it. Clients know. There's some clients that their ego's bigger than yours. So, they might fucking get a kick out of it and be like, yeah, I like that planner because her ego's the size of... And that's okay. Like, that works. That's your thing. But it's just like, guys, like, we all notice it in the industry. And it's just... That's not what we want to showcase, right? Like, we want to make sure, like, you guys understand that. And I think that goes back to, like, the education. I think people have just been like, you know what? I can be a planner now. I can be a DJ. I can be a photographer. They have the tools that, like we all had to build from the bottom. And I think a lot of people they don't have to do that anymore. So they don't have the experience. So when shit hits the fan on your wedding day and they have to figure it out, they're going to have a hard time.
They're not going to get you a veil the day of.
No, they're not. They don't have a connection. They're not going to be able to chat GPT. Oh, what do I do? Because I forget. They're not. They can chat GPT 1,000,001 fucking questions. But like at the end of the day, it's our relationships, our experience with vendors, right? That solves the problems. But it's just like, let me tell you, these egos are just on another level.
Well, hopefully, everybody will humble down and remember that the couple is number one at the end.
Most important. It's our couples. Our couples, that's what we're here for. To make their vision come to life, right? At the end of the day.
I'm not playing what I want at weddings. I'm playing what the couples want.
Yeah, all the time?
Well, most of the time.
I was like, I don't know.
Well, unless, I have couples that tell me, do what you do. And then obviously I do what I do. But there's couples that give me, this is what I want, this is what I don't want.
Or they give you 50 songs so you can play in 2 hours?
Yeah, like last night. And I killed it.
Did you play all their songs?
No, never.
No?
I always leave like 10.
So you're not that DJ that's playing the songs for 30 seconds and then moving on to the next one?
No. I'm playing them for at least 2 minutes.
That's a long ass time.
Yeah, a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally just kidding.
Well, like last night, they were singing. Like if they're on the middle of the dance floor and they're singing a song and stuff, I'm not gonna cut it off.
That would be such a dick move.
Right? They're gonna hate me. They're
gonna be like, screw that DJ.
I'm gonna play just enough where they're gonna get their fix, and then move on. That's the idea.
I love that.
But when I finished last night, the bride and groom came. Oh my God! Everybody can't stop talking about what a great time, how amazing you were, how great your mixes were.
That's awesome.
That's at the end of the day, that's what I live for. Like that's what I love. I love walking away from a wedding and hearing that because I did my job.
That's awesome. So. Congratulations. Is that why your ego's big?
Probably.
I'm just kidding.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the DJ and Wedding Planner podcast. What's coming up on the next episode, Carmen?
It's a surprise.
Oh, always.
Thank you.
Well, follow us on Instagram. You can listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, iHeart, and wherever you listen to podcasts. We'll check you on the next one.
Bye.